A quick video about using the spurs and the whip, or spurs and the whip. Some people say that the horse is giving the rider what he wants without actually using the spur or the whip. Yes, he is wearing spurs. Yes, he is using a whip. But in the video, when the horse was halting or moving back or giving him what he wants, he was not actually using the equipments and tools. He did not touch the belly or the body of the horse with the spurs. He did not whip the horse with the whip. That is absolutely true, but it is absolutely stupid. What makes the horse respect the whip and the spurs to a point that if you just give him a little move with the spurs or a little order with the whip, he immediately gives you what you want, that means it was used before, but you did not see it. In the training process, they use the whip, they use the spurs. The horse starts to respect the spurs, to respect the whip, because he knows it's painful. With time, just a little order with the spurs, a little order with the spurs or a little order with the whip, and he gives you what you want. This is the final result after training the horse. The proof is very simple. Any horse who fears a whip or fears a bit or fears, let's say, a color or an object, fears it for only two reasons. The first reason is that he sees it for the first time, so it's completely normal for him to run away from it. The second reason, it was painful, he has bad experience with it. It's one of two. So when you use a whip while riding the horse and you just move it up and the horse starts dancing, you use the spurs just by moving your leg or your foot or feet, and the horse immediately halts or moves back or moves to the side with a very little order or move. That means he fears it because you are using it for the first time, or he has bad experience with it. He knows how sharp and painful it is, so he respects the tools and the equipments and gives you exactly what you want. The first option is not the real option in this case, because if it was used for the first time, he will not dance in his place. When he sees the whip, he will try to bolt. But when you hold him from bolting and start using the whip while holding him, he will start to dance instead of bolting. The same goes for the spurs. The first time you use the spurs, he will try to bolt and run away and buck. With time, you are holding him while using the spurs, so he will move to the side or move back. So there are only two reasons for the horse to fear the equipments and tools: whip, bit, spurs, any other equipments and tools. Number one, he fears it because it's being used for the first time. Number two, he fears it because you used it in the past and he knows how painful and sharp it is. I'm not saying you are abusing the horse or hurting him with it, but I'm saying you used it before and he knows what you want when you use it. If you did not actually use it at all and you keep using it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, at the end the horse will not fear it. If you don't use the whip, the horse will not fear it. If you don't use the spurs, the horse will not fear it. So being, let's say, afraid when he sees the whip and the spurs and starting to dance means he fears it. And he fears it for a reason, which is, I know exactly what that rider wants. He wants me to halt or move back or dance. Now, as I said before, using the whip or the spurs or the saddle or the bit is not wrong, but it's not correct. So how you use it is more important than just using it. But saying that the one who, let's say, depends on the spurs or the whip in 70% of his way of riding is not actually using it is a lie. You're just being stupid or you are lying. In the Western riding style, 70% of riding depends on the spurs. In some European ways of riding, 70 or 80% of the riding depends on the spurs and the whip, and of course the saddle and the martingale and the bit. So if you say that this equipment has nothing to do with the way of riding, it has no effect at all, you are lying or you are an idiot in horsemanship, and that's it. I'm not against the equipment, I'm not with it. I'm with using it in the right way, I'm against using it in the wrong way. But I'm totally against saying that it did not have any effect on the way of riding.